Hey, it's Omega. Long time no hear from. I am finally on my way back to the land of the functioning. I had probably the worst flu that I have had in literally years. It was, yeah. Knowing that, I would say get your flu shot. I did not, and I have come to regret that decision because I know I was the sickest I've been in a long time, and I'm still not 100%, but this is my first day back out in civilization, and so I wanted to say hey and share, and just talk to you a little bit about some things I've learned, or not just what I've learned. I've had time to, when you're sick and you're in bed and you literally can't eat or do anything other than go potty and not even play with your puppy, you're flat, right? Oh, crap. Okay, so that was my phone fell out of my my phone fell out of my holder because I'm trying to be all cute and everything, and apparently that was not a successful thing this morning, so I'm gonna have to hold it and talk to you this way until I figure out what the heck I did with my phone. So anyway, now that you've had a little shocking entertainment this morning, or a jolt this morning, let me get to the topic at hand. So I just wanted to, when you're sick in the bed and you're like struggling, to like get your thoughts coherent and think about things, you also have a lot of time to reflect. And I wanted to share some of the kind of just the benefits of my reflecting, or not really benefits, but the results of my reflecting, and just talk to you about the 5 biggest mistakes that I made when I entered this industry. And hopefully the 5 mistakes that I made will help you learn, help you prevent you from making them. And so I just wanted to just share my top 5 mistakes that I made when I first entered network marketing a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago. And hopefully this will help someone else. So the first one, my first mistake, my first mistake was that I was not clear on who my target market was, my target audience was before I started. I didn't know. In fact, I have had people say, everybody needs this, don't leave any stone unturned. And I would just say that if you're marketing to everyone, you're marketing to no one. And so if you are marketing to everyone, who's going to receive your message? I mean, yeah, I guess some people will receive your message, but you'll just have more success if you're actually targeting who and defining who that person is. Get real clear on it. In fact, my 2 avatars have names, Tony and Terry. Tony's a guy, Terry's a woman. Why did I pick those names? Because my parents' names are Anthony and Teresa. My parents have both passed on, but so it's very easy for me to remember those names. It's very easy when I'm writing my copy to be talking to Terry or Tony about different things, because I know them. I know them very well. Now, my target are not my parents. I just like the names Tony and Terry and just decided to play on and respect, a way to give homage to my parents who are no longer with me. The number 2 mistake that I made was I did not brand myself. I branded the company. First thing I did was I went on my Facebook and I put that I was an independent distributor at such and such and such, and everybody in the world knew what I was doing. And there's reasons why you don't do this, right? So the first one is, the thing that's your friend can also be your worst enemy, and that's Google. People, there's not an industry or a company out there where someone hasn't had a bad experience. Hey, Tamika, that's just the reality. People have bad experiences in any company for a variety of reasons, and in network marketing, that's also a thing, because it's not necessarily the product that people have a bad experience with. A lot of times it can be their upline or their sideline, where they have a bad experience, and that colors their experience of the company, which is not a fair brush to paint it with, but it's a real brush, right? It's a perception. And people, this is the information age, people are really comfortable with posting negative crap on the internet. And so, even though you could have the greatest company, you could believe in your products, you could have the best upline, you yourself could be a great leader, you still don't want to be in competition with Google or with what people can find out on Google. So it's important to brand you. And it also goes back to the other adage of people join people, they don't join companies. And so that's the other reason why I didn't do that, and I had to learn that and go and undo a bunch of stuff. The other so that leads me to number 3. Number 3 is I didn't have a clear follow-up system. I was ignorance on fire. I was no different than everybody else. I was so excited. Hey, come join me this company, blah blah blah. And doing that it's a clear indication that I didn't know who my target market was, because I was just spamming everything everywhere, spamming all on social media, come join my company, all that stuff. I was doing all that. And so I'm ignorance on fire. And then, I'm telling people and I'm giving out my little business cards and I'm taking names, but I didn't, I got so busy in my day because yes, I work a full-time job. And that I didn't, have a clear, okay, I meet someone at the store or I meet someone online or wherever I meet them, how am I recording that? How am I putting that on my calendar to make sure I follow up with them? So on and so on and so on. And, and that's not even that's like the old-fashioned way. That's not even talking about, having the ninja system, like, an autoresponder. It's, I wasn't clear on my follow-up system, period, let alone having one that was automated. And then that directly ties in to number 4. I would say this is, if I was ranking them, number 4 would be my number 1, but I just kind of put it in the flow of how I was going to talk about it. So that's why it's listed as number 4. You're very welcome, Tamika. Is I did not build my list. I would say the number 1 mistake that most network marketers make, unless they have already received some sort of marketing training or just somehow instinctually knew, which, that was not me, clearly, was I didn't have a list. And why is that important? Because your list is the only asset that you own. Facebook could go away. I mean, people say, well, no, not Facebook. Well, I just say 2 words, MySpace. Remember, MySpace was the thing. Well, MySpace, pretty much went away. It got replaced by Facebook. Hey, Andrea. Facebook went away. Your company could change. I mean, there's just too many things that could happen, too many variables that you can't control. Your company could go under. I mean, it's real, but the one thing that will ensure that those kind of changes don't really phase your business much is having your own list, a list of people who opted in, who chose to go add themselves to your list, and you are nurturing through regular daily, if not as close to daily as possible, emails where you are communicating with them, not just about your product, just, sharing value, so that so that when you do talk to them and they're all, they get all warmed up and then they go from warm to hot. So your list is, the number 1 asset you earn. And I have heard it described as, your own personal ATM machine, because if you are nurturing that list, there are gurus at it. There's one who I follow, her name is Diane Hochman, but if you nurture that list, when you need to, say you need a home repair, or you need to buy a new computer, if you are nurturing that list, then when the time comes, when you have products either that you can sell to them that are your own products or affiliate products, your list is life in this business. And then I would say this, which I don't say it leads me to number 5, but I feel like it's too important not to mention. And so that's why it's number 5. It's probably, if I were ranking this, would be my number 2 reason. I cared way too much about what other people thought and about looking bad, or whether or not I look good or bad. Like, I know I look a hot mess right now. I am recovering from the flu. Today is my first day back in the office, and my energy is not what it would be. It normally is. But that's not what's important. What's important is that I am giving you value, that I'm hopefully giving you value. I think I am, but, I don't want, my own ego to get in the way. But that these, the things that I share, the information that I have is too important for people who, were like me, who were struggling and frustrated, but knew that this was an industry that could, give them that extra money, or allow them to do things like travel, or buy the car that you wanted to buy. And for those who have a different vision, could put you on the path to full-time entrepreneurship. So, me not worrying about what I look like, and that is a struggle for me, let me tell you, was one of the things that it was one of the biggest mistakes. But I also say it has been one of the most empowering feelings for me as a marketer, and also it has helped me in my 9 to 5. I'd have to say, so to recap, my top 5 mistakes that I made when I first entered network marketing is I wasn't clear on who my target market was. I wasn't clear. I am very clear now. And I'm also very understanding and open to the fact that even though I'm very clear now, it can evolve. But the evolution to me is very different than not having a place to even start with, or even a place to go from. Number 2 is I didn't brand myself. I was all, it was all about my company, and there are a lot of reasons why you should not do that. One, how are you differentiating you? People join people, they do not join businesses. So I didn't brand myself. That was a bad thing. 3, I didn't have a clear follow-up system. I just didn't. And, not having one cost you a lot of money. And so now I do. I have Aweber. I have an autoresponder. And I thank God I have it, because it does the following up for me. I didn't build my list, which goes to having that follow-up system, because my list is my property. My list is not the property of any company that I am with through my affiliate side or my network marketing side. It's everything to do with me and my audience and the conversations we have and the value I share with them. Hi, Mohammed. Hi, Nancy. And then I cared way too much about what other people thought. Yes, I absolutely want to build a team, and yes, I want to build that know, like, and trust. But if I'm worried about what other people think, then that's time that I'm taking away from being my authentic self, and that's what's going to attract people to me. It's not, me, the pretentious, being pretentious or anxious, not even pretentious, anxious or worried about that. It's just me having conversations with people like this, and just sharing, the value and from my experience. And so, I hope that you found this valuable. I hope that you found this helpful. I'm probably gonna have to re-record this and put this on my YouTube channel, because I'm gonna leave out the phone falling mid conversation. But I just bear with me. Like I said, I'm just getting over the flu. But I hope you like it, share it, and rewatch it. Really think about the mistakes that you've made. And if you want to talk more about, ways that I have overcome my mistakes, go ahead and hit me up in Facebook Messenger and we can chat. Thanks. See you soon.